here. And today I'm at SeaWorld and only the animals are open, so let's enjoy the animals. As you see over there, there are some really adorable turtles. Wow, that's amazing. And I have a turtle like that at home. Her name is Princess Titi. Right now I am on an island at SeaWorld and look at what's on the wall. It says days on the island here, and I guess this is how many days. That's a lot of days. Look at that fascinating boat with a scuba diving suit. That must be very old. Wow, I can't wait to see what's next. Too bad the rides weren't open. But I'm having lots of fun anyways. It's a real nice day outside. I am off the island and right here it looks like a river or something. Wow, look at this amazing sculpture. That's where the shows used to be. Really amazing. So this is where the Bayside Skyride used to be. It's pretty interesting. Too bad we can't go on. So look at this. Very tall cactus. Very pretty. And this bamboo forest right here. Very beautiful. Look at this amazing ride. I think it's called the Octopus or something. It is actually called the Riptide Rescue. And right here is a cool store. There's some cool cars.
Hello, welcome.
We are going to see what the show is all about.
Welcome to the show here at SeaWorld, and we don't even have any water, which means you ain't gonna get wet, so that's cool. But all of the regular people to see, not just the school students, but the whole family to see these animals that you never get to see. They're not here at the park usually, they're off doing programs everywhere else. So we decided to take these animals around to all of our parks. We just got back from Williamsburg. We have a park out there, Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. We were out there about 3 weeks ago, and it was snowing. Yeah, our entire audience looked like Bernie Sanders. You guys look amazing. We're very happy to be back here in San Diego.
Her name is Opie, and she is a what? This is the opossum, a very misunderstood creature. Now, our program is Rescue Tales, so we're going to start by telling her story. Why we have her. Lady driving home at night. She's pretty cute, I know. A lady driving home at night, about 10 o'clock at night. She wasn't staying away from us. It decided years old. That might not sound that old, but guess what? Opossum only lived 3 years. short life. But in 3 years, get this, a female opossum can give birth to over 50 babies. Say goodbye to Opie.
Now that's the only marsupial, the only pet animal we have in America, but those kangaroos and koalas he was talking about, those all come from Australia, and that's what Australia is famous for. But it should be famous for this guy. He's telling you his name. His name is an onomatopoeia. You remember that from grade school? The sound that is the name? Yeah. He is a kookaburra. And this...
All jokes are really easy, buddy. This is Wizard, and he is handsome. Check this out. Show off a little bit, bud. This is Wizard. He is the turkey vulture. What a cool bird. He has a life that I'd like to have. He gets up in the morning. First thing he does, he spreads his wings. He takes to the sky and he starts to soar. Big, lazy circles. He looks lazy, but he's actually working. He's up top going like this. He's going... He's smelling. What's he smelling for? Food, which in his case is dead stuff. He hunts for it with a good sense of smell. He circles around, he comes down, he lands on top of the carrion or the dead stuff, and he so much food in his belly, he's too heavy to fly. That can be very dangerous. Let's say you're that vulture. You eat all the food, and a coyote also smells the carrion. The coyote comes running across the field. The coyote's getting closer and closer. The vulture wants to get away, but he can't. He's too heavy to fly. At the last second, you know what he does? He can throw up whenever he wants to. So cool! That coyote gets closer and closer. The vulture says, ah! Bleh. Sure, he goes hungry. Better to lose your lunch than lose your life, don't you think? He sure thinks so. This bird was intentionally injured. Somebody shot him in his left wing, and now he has limited flight. Why somebody would do this? I have no idea.
I mean the bird, not game. Too cute. And I mean the monkey, not me. These are cute. I mean, seriously, look around. Who wants a monkey as a pet? Raise your hand. Yeah. It sounds fun, right? I mean, they make it look so fun on TV and in the movies. A little monkey at night at the museum, or Marcel on Friends. They make monkeys look great. Now, it's against the law here in California. You can't have wildlife as pets, which is great. We have a very great state. We protect it. We have more forests in California than even Alaska.
I love monkeys.
Texan. Yeah, we do have the coolest state, so we protect it. But here's the deal. Right next door, we got this state called Nevada. They ain't got no laws. You go over there, and you pay about $15,000 to $20,000 for a little monkey like this, but you sneak it back in here to California. People do it all the time. He just brachiates. She just goes under the branches. She doesn't jump around the tops of the branches. She's got special tail and special fingers to be able to swing through the forest as fast as a horse can run on land.
52-year-old capuchin monkey. She's so old, she was rooting for Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. Together, these two form the Golden Girls at our center. You know what? Capuchins are a lot like us. Hands just like we do. 4 fingers and an opposable thumb. 80% of the world's primates are endangered in the wild. We have to protect the rainforest, the places that they call home. I'll show you how it works. She comes from Costa Rica, and this kind of animal is doing fine.
They've been proven. They do studies in universities, cognitive reasoning studies. They give them problems to solve that are multi-level. Like they got to modify a tool to get at a tool to get at food. And ravens and chimpanzees and a few college students can solve those problems. They're so smart. These guys have facial recognition better than your iPhone. They've just recently proven this. They even have multi-generational facial recognition. They'll recognize the kids of somebody they knew 40 years ago.
How about venomous snakes?
No.
Her name is Precious, and she is your venomous snake from right in this area, the Pacific rattlesnake. She's beautiful, and as I get her out, you might hear her rattling. Check her out. This is Precious. Oh shoot, where did she go? I think that's funny. It's probably not, but I think that's funny. I did that in the school once. I said, oh shoot, where'd she go? And this teacher stood up, screamed, and ran out of the auditorium. She left her second graders and was gone. This is a beautiful snake. Check out your neighbor. Come on out here, Precious.
Oh my God.
Isn't she beautiful? I said, isn't she beautiful?
Yeah.
Let's not hurt her feelings. You know what? Let me tell you her story. Her story involves her tail, right here where my hand is. You see, there was a guy out cutting his grass with a big weed whacker, and she was just a little baby snake, and he cut her across her tail really badly. Almost cut her tail completely off. He felt bad. He got a box, and he quickly scooped her up in a box, and he took her to Walmart. Walmart is the largest retailer in the nation. Come on, San Diego, retailer. Oh my gosh, he saved her life, and you know what? He's at an art center, and he saved her life, and I love sharing with you, and she has an important message to tell. And this is especially for the children, because we're having a problem with kids and rattlesnakes. Last summer, 9 kids bit by rattlesnakes in Southern California. Used to be 1, maybe 2. Last summer, 9. Why the increase? Are there too many rattlesnakes? Nope. There's just way too many children. No, not too many children, no. I think it's kids getting the wrong idea and they're messing with the snakes. Here's the deal, it's pretty simple. If you leave these guys alone, get simple. Only found in the Americas, that's precious, the Pacific rattlesnake. Let's say goodbye to this beautiful reptile. I love the reptiles.
Not the only reptile that's found in California. Yeah, I said California. I know what you're thinking. Don't belong in California. You're right, they don't. But we find them here all the time because people think this is going to make a good pet. Can you believe it? I mean, I can see a monkey. They're kind of cute. But who is going to get... What are you going to do with a pet alligator? Take a bathtub with it? Yeah, well, that's where this guy was found. And they said, hey, we got a problem. We got a wildlife emergency. We need your help. Gabe and I went to this address. We went over, and there's these sheriffs, and they're all in SWAT gear. They're like, they were scary. Bulletproof vests and helmets and goggles and big guns. And they're standing in the hallway. There was like 4 or 5 of them. We walked in, and they all went like this. Way down at the end of the hall, the bathroom. This guy was in there. He was about 4.5 feet long, little spike here. He was so messed up. He had sores in his mouth. He had rope burns all over him. He was a mess. It took about a year to heal him up. Reptiles heal very slowly. But we got him back in shape, and now he's one of our greatest ambassadors. I take it for the kids. All right, something you guys have been practicing your whole life. How do you say goodbye to an alligator properly? See you later, alligator. Right?
Hey, Gabe.
What?
Gabe.
What?
This is a caribou. Everybody say caribou. They're high up in the Arctic. And you know, he's a deer that migrates. Huge herds. Sometimes over 500,000 animals in a single herd. Migrating 1,500 miles south and then turning around and going 1,500 miles back up north. Now they head south to get away from the coldest of times. But you guys know why they head back up north? The mosquitoes hatch, drive them batty, and they have to get out of there. Missouri, the state of Missouri, is not a climate conducive to keeping a reindeer or a caribou healthy. And this guy, he was sent to our center, and I adore sharing him. I just think he's fantastic. About 250 pounds of deer, big hooves for walking on snow and ice, wide lips, which make him a very good kisser. Those are for picking up leaves and grasses and fungus. Phenomenal. You know what the difference between a reindeer and a caribou is? Reindeer can fly. That's Yukon. Let's say bye, Yukon.
I knew about it until I got loose and was running around. It took us 3 months to find it as it was hiding in ponds on ranches. But here's what you can do to help us out. If you see wildlife in distress, if you see an animal somewhere where it doesn't belong, don't try to take care of yourself. Call a professional. Call an animal rehab organization, animal rescue center, call the zoo, call us, so that somebody can get out there, get that animal, and get it back into the wild as quick as possible where it belongs. Thanks for letting us share these critters with you. Have a wild night.
That show was so awesome, everybody.
Yes.